beginning of the career, everything will be so nice and cozy.
I'm little getting that feeling and that warmth and love that even with Merlepaka Gandhi sir and Santosh sir.
What has really enthused you in that character?
This story I feel has not been approached this way. I think that is an amazing opportunity.
Are you really satisfied with this character, or you are just like another glamour heroine in this film?
The byproducts will follow. I'm not working for the money. I'm not working for the fame.
Can you say that?
It is following. I can say that.
Ravi Teja sir, you must have been seeing many heroes on screen right from your childhood.
Yes.
Till the point you became a hero.
Obviously, when you don't know a person, you have your own ideas of how this person will be and stuff. And so he's called Mass Maharaja. What more can I say from that?
But matching with Ravi Teja's, agility and his speedness.
Yeah, but then you need to know me also.
Strange thing of the girls of this generation,
Yes, sir.
they're very hardworking on one side,
Yeah.
and the other side, the girls are more prone to love affairs, and they're more engaged into all kinds of relations with the co-students and everything in the
Teachers.
school. Colleges, universities. The girls are showing more interest for cinema than their own education and profession related to their qualifications. Can you comment on that?
While you're doing all of this, I think as you're growing, you realize what you want really in life. Some opportunities, like I said, 8 billion people, 8 billion ways of being yourself.
Welcome to our dear viewers of lovely iDream. This is a beautiful heroine and a new crop that is being introduced to the world of cinema, right from Bollywood to Tollywood, and otherwise on the other side, Tamil, Punjabi, and name one language. She is going to spread her tentacles in coming days. Now she is paid against Ravi Teja, Mass Maharaja Ravi Teja, in the film Eagle that is going to hit the screens in few days. That the girl is with us now for our iDream interview, and let us welcome her with both the hands. Welcome.
Thank you,
Kavya.
it's an honor.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's very nice to have you, because in the initial days of the career, you can express more, your dreams are more, and your aspirations will be 100% on higher side.
That is true. I think by the end of it also it will be for me. I'm very ambitious, and I get very excited to do my work. So I think as and when I age in time, I will accept such roles, but I'll continue working with that same enthusiasm.
But at a given stage, after the start, you will be 100% burdened with responsibilities, because lot of characters come to you.
Yeah.
And you will be at
fingers crossed on that.
yes, you will be at sea, which character to select and which character to refuse. That's all again another game.
Yeah, that is true.
But at the beginning of the career, everything will be so nice and cozy.
It is. I'm little getting that feeling and that warmth and love that I seek as an actor, that we work so hard for.
Yes.
I'm feeling it slowly as and when the days of Eagle is coming, and even ahead what I have in line, I'm very excited for my future.
And you must be more excited for another factor.
Yes.
Because you had your Ek Mini Kadha in 2018, it seems.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
18.
No, not 18, sir.
21.
After, 21.
21, 20.
After COVID.
After
22,
COVID.
I think.
So,
I was so confused.
because
21, 22.
as records speak, and as the trade says, it was not that a big hit. Is it not?
It was, I feel, we just had to release on OTT at that time because of COVID and the restrictions we had, and for all the safety guidelines, we wanted to, obviously our fans' safety was way more important than having a big blockbuster.
Of course.
But even for the OTT platform, it was a blockbuster in its own, and I think the amount of love and appreciation that film got was, I think, commendable. Like I was very happy and
But when
very satisfied.
when compared to the opportunity that now you have struck with the biggest hero
That
in
is
South,
See.
Ravi Teja.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So when compared to this opportunity, the laurels you had or the amount of success that that film has carved.
Yeah, of
is
course. I
something.
think it is always one step of the ladder, you slowly, gradually make your way up, I think. And I think God has been very, very kind with presenting me with such beautiful opportunities to be able to work even with Merlepaka Gandhi sir and Santosh sir. And at that time, like that team also was like, I was very happy and very grateful for it. And I feel like the more happy and grateful you are for what you have, the better God will offer
But
you.
you're a step ahead now
Yes,
when you express
definitely, sir.
because getting an opportunity with Ravi Teja is something very
Very, yeah. That's why I said I am
out
more
of
and more
dreams
yes.
for any new girl.
Bucket list. It is like a check in the bucket list, sir. 100%.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
How did you get this?
I also I met Karthik sir in Bombay. He had come down to Mumbai and I'd gone and I'd met him for a meeting and he narrated me the story. And I remember it was really funny because he was narrating to me and Karthik sir speaks very softly.
Yes.
So most of the time I was like, I had my ear to him, like I couldn't
Completely catch what
and
he says.
I was actually promoting my Hindi film at that time. So I finished an entire day of promotions and I went and I was very sleepy and tired and upar se I couldn't hear sir. So I had to really focus at that time and listen to him. But I think in the first meet only he pretty much made up his mind. And when I heard the story, I was very much enthusiastic about it, and I was like,
What has
yes.
really enthused you in that character?
This was a very different character, and this story I feel has not been approached this way, like a love story, the intense love that is really bringing about the change in a character that he completely alters his life, in a way
Okay.
because of this character. I think that impact that character brought to this film, and to be able to bring that impact as a character to a movie, I think was really intriguing for me to catch on to. So plus also the fact that yes, it was next to Ravi sir. It was to be able to play that his love interest on the screen. I think that is an amazing opportunity to be able to work as Karthik sir's debut as a director.
Debut film.
Exactly, and then
Apart
again
from his other career, like
as a cinematographer, yeah. So this
and
was his
editor.
debut as a director, and he is also doing he did the DOP work and stuff. So it was insane to be able to be a part of this film, plus also to be presented by People Media Factory.
Yes, of course.
So
It is another distinction for you.
Yes, exactly. Like how you're saying, it was definitely that's one step ahead for me in my career also, thinking of it like that. Plus, I really believed in this character, and it was a little different to who I am as a person. And
But as you know,
yes, sir.
Nowadays the heroines of this generation are not that lucky as the heroines in the previous generations.
Why?
Because they don't get a character to enact, to portray,
Right, sir.
to impress upon the auditoriums. Like Meena Kumari, like Nargis.
We didn't get that
like
space
Sridevi.
or that
That's what I'm
character,
saying.
right?
Are you really satisfied with this character? Or you are just like another glamour heroine in this film?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, my character does bring about such a huge impact that literally alters the entire story. It really alters this entire main Ravi sir's jo character hai. It completely alters in a very beautiful manner, which obviously I'm very excited for everybody to see, and not revealing much, that impact as a character that you have to the story, where you're changing about the entire story.
The whole script is changed.
Yes. And I think it is so beautiful if you see the rushes and stuff, the romantic scenes and stuff. And my look in the film, I was very happy with it all, in all. And I was a little nervous. Like I said, this character was a little different to who I am as a person. So I was a little just because when a writer like Mani sir, when he wrote the character, when Karthik sir imagined the character, at that point, they have a vision for this specific character, that how they want this to be acted out.
Okay.
And in some way, when they're writing the character, they'll imagine them in a certain way.
Exactly.
When a director's thinking of it, he'll imagine it in a certain way. And to like incorporate the two and also bring about your own self in that character was a little challenging. Not challenging, a little fun for me, like a fun challenge. And then to be able to pull it off. Like I remember one
But
day.
matching with Ravi Teja's agility and his speedness, fast. He's very fast on screen, you know.
He is, and
lot of energy pumps into the character.
yeah, but then you need to know me also, because
That's what I'm asking really. Could you really match him?
Yes, I don't know this. I think we should ask him this.
But what was your experience in terms?
In terms of that, I think Sir, his personality is so good that it is very effortless to be friends with him. He's very friendly in nature, very cooperating, very funny on set, and super hilarious. And also he has a lovely personality as a like offset, I'm saying. So to be able to gel with him was so easy that when we had to act on screen, it was much easier. Like there was no awkwardness or anything.
No
No
tense
tension.
conditions.
Yeah,
No
I
tense
didn't have any inhibitions or anything whatsoever. Like I was very comfortable, and I'm also like a person, I'm also very much, I think I would say, similar to him. And for me also, I don't take a lot of time to be friends with somebody.
For you, the character is similar to you?
No, not really. So that's why when I had to play this character.
What is the difference that you really felt about the character that is not in you? And
I think her journey, the way she's born and brought up, the kind of lifestyle she's had, and the things she's enthusiastic about, really enthusiastic about, and what her motivation in life is very different to obviously who I am as a person. She's also more like, she's a kindergarten teacher. So, I am probably a student in the kindergarten.
Oh.
And she's more, I think, calm and composed, and I'm very like hyper and energetic, and she's slightly more simpler. I'm a little like wild child and stuff like that. So I think to be able to bring that to a balance was fun for me. And I think every time I do a character, all I want to do is do justice to it. And
was it slightly tough for you to portray?
No, not really. I think it was quite easy in terms of like, because I knew how to route my way, and I think Karthik sir has given me so much space as a director. Ki Kavya, you go do your thing. I used to do it and he used to love it.
Okay.
And then when I used, because I'm very like, I ask in the first few days of the beginning of the shoot, I'll ask Karthik sir, okay, how do you think? Is this working? Is this not working? What should be changed? Like I have discussions like this. And I remember this one time when I went to Mani sir and I told him like, do you see this character in me? Like, are you happy with, the outcome or how I am presenting this character on screen for you?
Oh, you had a discussion.
Yeah, like I basically I always ask like my director, co-director, whoever
You wanted
like,
to know how happy he is
yeah,
with
like
you.
basically because like I said, they imagine the character. So I want to be able to justify that character for them. I want to be able to be that character, keep Kavya aside and be that character I am presented. Because now if I bring Kavya in everything, then I will only be Kavya everywhere. But when I play a character, I'm playing that character in that moment. And that has to be justified and done with conviction.
Okay.
And it's always good to take feedback.
When it comes to the point of Ravi Teja sir,
yes, sir.
you must have been seeing many heroes on screen,
Yes, sir.
right from your childhood,
Yes.
till the point you became a heroine, right? What is that speciality really you could make out in Ravi Teja's
I think his energy, of course, the one he's known for, his energy.
energy?
Yeah, and obviously when you don't know a person, you have your own ideas of how this person will be and stuff, and he completely breaks all ideas. He's a very different, very cool person, and I think we've had the best times during our shoot in Poland. We used to always like shoot, and our shoot used to get done by 5 or 6 in the evening, and then we would always chill together, like us all team and stuff.
You are talking off screen.
Off screen also,
Ravi
yeah.
Teja. I am talking about on screen.
On screen,
because as I told you, you kept on seeing many heroes in many languages, more so
Yes,
in
sir.
Hindi, in Bollywood.
Most in actually South.
South.
I've done less work in Bollywood than in South. I've done more work in South.
Okay, but ever since you knew the world, You must have kept lot many heroes in the mind. That he did, Dharmendra did very well, Jitendra did very well. And to the point of present generation heroes, what is that specialty? Or is he closer to anybody in Bollywood?
Who?
Or he is special? Ravi Teja sir.
I don't know. I guess by nature I'm not somebody who compares or has
I'm not asking you to compare.
No, like I don't make any
In your-
preconceived notions of somebody. I am a very like, I'll go and see, because I can think all I want, but somebody will come out to be somebody completely different. I was very excited to work up with him. I've seen his work. He's obviously one of the best, and he has so much talent. And I did want to be able to share on-screen presence. So now this story is a little fun because for the longest time in the story, we are loving from a distance.
Okay.
And then we have love scenes, and then we get married or whatever, XYZ. So we've only romanced mostly on screen. So there is not like a lot of...
You felt that romances was necessary on screen?
Yeah, of course, because it
As
was...
the story stands?
Yes, 100%. Because for the longest time, this couple is loving from a distance.
From a distance, okay.
And then suddenly they come together. So that love and everything is obviously heightened.
At interval?
That I'm not telling you. That I'm going to wait for you to see on Jan 13th.
Okay.
But yeah, what I knew of Sir was his energy, which I was very excited to see, and I wanted to be able. I'm not somebody who will be like, oh, this person will be like this, and I just go meet the person and how they are, what they
But sometimes unknowingly or unintentionally or involuntarily, when we see one hero first time,
Yes,
you're
sir.
working with him for the first time.
Yes,
But some characteristic must certainly or will naturally remind you of. Right, he's closer to him, he's doing like this. That kind of muse 100% runs in every mind, human mind.
No, I don't think I
You
have
don't
that
think.
kind of a... No, I don't think so. I think because I have
then
a very
he's-
individualistic approach for people.
Then he is absolutely, exclusively special.
100%. I think every human, whether an actor or not,
They are distinct.
Yes,
They
I
are
think
distinct.
8 billion people on this planet, 8 billion ways of being unique and normal. I never put somebody, like, because every perspective is different. What you think is normal is not necessarily normal for me.
Okay.
What I think is normal will be, you'll maybe look like, why is she doing that? For example.
But when it comes to the point of cinema, there are certain formats, prescribed formats for a hero. Commercial heroism and light acting.
So he's called Mass Maharaja. What more can I say from that, sir?
Okay.
He definitely fits that role. He should be a energy king, Mass Maharaja. Seriously.
Energy king,
Yeah.
Mass Maharaja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super fun energy king, Mass Maharaja.
And very interesting, another surprising element in you, because you did not get any training from any institutes, or you are not trained. Was there anybody
So I
before
didn't
you
really-
in your family
No, sir. No, sir.
who came into the film industry?
No, sir. No.
So what was your point of inspiration really before you came into the film industry?
Actually, I had no inspiration whatsoever. I always wanted to be an actress. I just didn't know how. I had no idea how I wanted to, what is the way, what do I do.
Nobody has steered you.
No. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know where my life is going. So I was like, I want to complete my education. So I finished my
Science
graduation.
and Commerce from Scottish School,
Yes,
Bombay?
sir. Yes. But after that, I did my graduation in BMS.
Okay.
So I was just like, if nothing, at least I should have a degree and be able to do some job, So I was like, okay, I'm interested in marketing. So I did BMS, and I think by the end of my third year, I remember my finals were just a month away. And Shanu Sharma, she's a casting director for YRF in Bollywood. So she contacted me on Instagram and she said, why don't you come down and do an audition for me? So I said, sure. And I obviously went there, and from whatever I learned from TV and movies.
By watching?
Yeah, 100%. I went and I did that audition. And of course, I did like an extremely over the top, like nahi types acting.
Okay.
To be very honest.
But can you comment on a prospect of late? The girls like you who are doing good qualifications on business management.
Yes, sir.
And doctors, some doctors, Sri Leela yesterday, she was a medico.
Yes, sir.
One or two, three, four heroines who are coming from the MBBS backdrop.
Right, sir.
You know,
Right, sir.
the girls are showing more interest for cinema than their own education and profession related to their qualifications. Can you comment on that? As a girl
I
of this
think it's a
generation.
very personal choice. I mean, I did my graduation mainly because I feel like at this point, academically, graduation should be necessary for everybody. You know, having one degree at least. Because earlier it used to be like, oh, you are 12th pass, it's fine. Like now to sustain life, everybody because is so educated or at least trying to be. So I felt like that it was very important for me to complete graduation. And while you're doing all of this, you really, I think as you're growing, you realize what you want really in life, what you like. And some opportunities just come out of nowhere. Like for me, I had no idea. Through Instagram, Shanu ma'am had contacted me. So, like I was saying, I had no idea. And it's not like just because I got a casting call, like it was sorted. After that, I really worked hard. But that was because I had that interest. Now, if somebody has that interest, regardless of them having a degree or not, that's totally a personal choice. She could have been a doctor, she could have been an actor. It's completely okay. Like some people work years as a doctor and then suddenly, like, you know what, now I want to act. They have switches. So it's absolutely fine, you know. I think it's a very personal and individualistic choice. Like I said, 8 billion people, 8 billion ways of being yourself.
But of course, nowadays it is more on the happening side. Girls are so much interested in coming into films and are otherwise in ad world, and many other platforms, you know, of focus. People are trying to come into focus.
Okay.
That is the main thing that I really noticed.
They
Nowadays,
want the popularity and the fame.
before, as just you referred, you know, even if they are dropouts from school,
Yeah.
or even uneducated,
Exactly.
illiterate, right?
Yeah.
They were, you know, so much into the film industry. They used to come here and made big careers.
Of
That's
course.
a matter of.
I don't think for this career specifically, like I think education in general literacy in general for India is very important. I just think education in general is very important, which is why I think everybody should have a degree. And if you're very sure and you don't want a degree and you just want to get into acting, even that is fine. That doesn't mean you're illiterate, you know what I mean? But at least, like, I think for me as a person, I feel like there should always be a backup. You know, better safe than sorry.
Fallback.
Yes, which is what I thought. And I didn't know at that time where my career was going. And by chance, this opportunity came to me. After which, when ma'am saw my acting, she's like, okay, Kavya, you need some work.
What were you given to act?
I was given a scene, I think, from I think Jab We Met is what I think so. And I had to act like Geet in that character. And I did my acting, but obviously I had no experience whatsoever. I never even did a play. So
But you acted in a short film, you know, the beginning of your career.
that was like a college project. It was really, I did act and I have seen that as well. And I didn't think I would do it with so much conviction, to be very honest. But it was not really anything. It was just like few college people collaborating.
Okay.
So I just did it for a friend. That's it. And then after that, again, I was in my education and my school, Bombay Scottish, it's very strict. So
Very
until
strict, and
10th,
it's a very big institution, you know.
yeah.
Prestigious.
Yeah, but
Scottish.
it doesn't allow any sort of work for a student until they've graduated, like until they've done with their
finished
10th.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, if you want your if like for example acting or ads or anything whatsoever is not allowed.
Okay.
Like even Ritik Roshan
They will
was
take
from
some
my school.
undertaking for that.
No, they will not allow. It's not allowed.
But there are stipulated rules.
Yeah. There is a rule for that school that children who are in the school cannot do any work outside school.
Okay,
Basically.
other than their
That is
education.
other than education. Until 10th, the child is not supposed to work. It's like that is what they don't allow it.
Okay.
So I remember in my 9th standard, I had randomly gone for this Yahoo thing and I featured on the front page of like all top newspapers in India, and I had like
Patanjali.
billboards and stuff.
Patanjali?
No, that was much after.
Much
in
after.
my 9th standard, I came for Yahoo.
Okay.
It was a campaign which said Yahoo, it's you. So they were picking up random generic public. So I went, it was like a photo shoot and they were like, you come get your picture clicked and we give you 2,000.
Oh.
So me and my brother and he and all his gang, you know how boys are at that point. They're like, oh, you're getting 2,000 for free. Let's go take a picture. So he called me also that you also come. So I went and the minute they saw me, they said, you wait.
Okay.
And there was like a waiting, but they immediately took me. I gave my pictures, I got, and I was happy. One fine morning, I got a call from my friend and it was 6 in the morning and I was getting ready for school. She's like, Kavya, you're in the newspaper. I was like, what? And she didn't give me full information. She just said, Kavya, you're in the newspaper. And I got so scared. I started thinking of all these bad things I've done in my entire life, you know. Thinking, why am I in the newspaper? It just
You forget about the...
No, they never told us what is going to happen. I just one day woke up and on the Times of India front page, I had a huge ass picture of me. And I had billboards all over India out of nowhere. And I was
You suddenly
shocked.
become a superstar.
And no, at least actually in that day, I was a superstar in my head. I think.
Star of the day.
Star of the day, I would say, yeah. And it was so overwhelming because I didn't expect it. And the next day, my mom was called in the principal's office. And my mom was like, I'm really sorry that this has happened, but we had no idea. We weren't contacted. They didn't tell us that, you know, we'll have billboards over or we'll be huge, these posters will be in the mall or we'll be in the...
It all happened in Bombay?
No, all over India.
All over?
Yeah. In like Delhi, there was a mall which had like from the
No, what I'm talking is about the paper.
Yeah, paper.
In Bombay?
All over India.
All over India.
In Delhi, I'm saying, like in the mall, there was like a huge poster from the ground floor to the third floor and my family sending me like, what have you done? So it was like that. And we had no idea, but my school was like...
shocking surprise.
Yeah, it was a great surprise actually. But after that, then I couldn't do anything.
Okay.
Because I think that's where my initial thing started of acting also. Because after that, I got a lot of TV serial calls and stuff. And my grandfather used to take me in the car in the morning. Okay. But I was very small at that time. And you know,
what age was
it didn't
that?
work out. I was 14.
Okay.
14, 15.
Okay.
9th standard.
9th standard.
Which is after which I had no opportunity. Then the call I got, which I went for. Then ma'am suggested that I need to work on my craft. If I really want to take this seriously, that's when I started taking acting seriously. And she suggested a couple of names. I should go for acting workshops. So like you said, I've not really done any institute, but I have taken workshops for acting.
It is as good as an institute.
Yes, sir. 100%. 10 days workshop I've taken and I've taken like 10, 11 of those.
Okay.
So while I was doing these workshops, that's when I said that I started working hard. After I got this opportunity, I finished my finals. I started doing workshops. I started working on my craft. I started going to auditions daily. I used to go to different studios.
Your family has supported you or they have dissuaded you from doing this?
No. Luckily, I've been very blessed. I always say this every time that I am very, very blessed the way my journey has been. The fact that I have such amazing and supportive family. Not just parents, my grandparents, my like extended family, everybody is so proud and very, very supportive. Like even if there is anything, I always go, like as soon as I get a new script, I'll go and narrate it to my mom. I'll go narrate it to my grandmom. I'll simply call her and I'll tell her through to our story. So like that, they also tell me, you know, what's nice, what's not. My dad reads my, if I get a script, he reads it. So they are all very actively involved. And like I said, I'm somebody who likes to hear perspectives, likes to take feedback. You know, sometimes you don't see things the way somebody else may see it.
May see that.
So I like to take that perspective and then make my decision.
Okay.
So like that, my family is very supportive and it's really been a blessing. Plus the kind of opportunities, like my first ad, like how I was auditioning, I got for Patanjali. Then slowly, they only called me for another Patanjali rice, from biscuit to rice. Then I started doing ads. I was doing ads and I got my first Telugu film, which was with Rahul Vijay, with Vijay Master, Fight Master Vijay. I did E Maya Pere Mittu. So that was my first ever film, which is why I said like I am more South than Bollywood now. And in Bollywood, I think I got much later.
You were beginning in Telugu.
Yes, very, very proud about that and happy. So I did my first Telugu film, then I did a Tamil film. Then I did a Market Raja MBBS.
Market Raja, MBBS. Yes.
That was my first Tamil film. Then after that, I got Middle Class Love, and while I was doing Middle Class Love, COVID happened. So while one wave had gone, I think second wave had also gone, and we started shooting for Ek Mini Katha. And while this was also happening, Farzi happened on the other side. So I think like this, step by step, I went a little ahead. I did One Cat. I did a short film with Vinay Pathak and Soni Razdan.
But when it comes to your personal comprehension about yourself, where do you really fit in virtually? Do you really fit into the frame of performing heroines, or just a commercial stuff? Like, rain songs.
Look pretty and do one scene and then start dancing next minute, right?
Swimsuits and seashores in Kashmir?
No. I think...
where do you fit in, you think?
I think all. Why should I choose? Why can't I do all?
But you can do, but sometimes, heroines get stamped. This girl is for commercial heroine.
Yeah, but I'm not going to accept it only.
That only achieved by only one heroine in the entire country, that is the greatest Sridevi.
100%.
Nobody else had it.
Definitely.
Meena Kumari was completely restricted to tears and glycerin bottles. Right?
Glycerin bottles.
Glycerin bottles.
And tissue paper box.
Exactly. And kerchiefs. And, right. Nargis a bit. In the latter generations also, you don't find. Even Madhuri Dixit also could not reach the height that Sridevi achieved in her career.
Right, so I think it's also what kind of scripts you choose, and why I think I am somebody who never puts myself in a box that this is what I want to do. I think I take it as and when it comes, and I do what I believe in.
When you are just flying with the career, it will be very easy for a heroine of this generation to go with the commercial characters, commercial roles, because 2, 3, 4 songs will be there, and 2, 3, if necessary, 1 or 2 kissing scenes will be there.
Yeah.
And it is very easy to take up. There won't be any kind of a hardship in that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the point of a performing heroine, there will be lot of homework, exercise, and sometimes if that flops, the heroine's career will
Drops,
be
yeah.
Right. So,
But I think
your conviction makes the difference here.
100%, sir.
To which side that you should shift or go along?
I think still I will not put myself in a box. I think tomorrow if I get a picture which I truly believe in, even if it is a risk, I will do it. But because I believe in it. It may be a fail. Because as is, even if I do a huge, big film, the fate of the film is never in our hands.
Of course.
My only job is to give my 100%.
So you are even for that performing kind of roles.
100%. I want you to. I have great upcoming.
Tears and glycerin bottles.
Yes.
Ready?
Ready. 100. Without glycerine, you try me, sir. You want me to cry a little bit? Actually, right now I'm very happy. But one day I'll show you. I can, if I do my prep, because regardless of me doing just the commercial masala film in which there is not much homework, I still do my homework.
There is another category.
100%.
That is as far as filmy careers are concerned. Few people come here to make money, name, fame, against every odd. Right. Some people come here
to act,
only to make name as actors.
Yeah. So I think for me,
you can take Smita Patil.
Yeah.
You can take Shabana Azmi.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me, I think in that sense, I feel like this fame, money, XYZ are all byproducts of acting. For me, my passion is acting. I want to act. Even if tomorrow you tell me, Kavya, let's do a serial, I'll be like, fine. Like I said, eventually also I'll do my acting with the same enthusiasm because my goal is acting. The byproducts will follow. I'm not working for the money. I'm not working for the fame.
Can you say that?
It is following. I can say that. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, of course.
So you're not working
I'm
for
not
money?
Stupid. No. I mean, I'll tell you my fees later.
No. Supposing that some new director comes to you with a very beautiful character,
right, sir,
which he writes for you.
I will. If I believe in it, I will do it. Like I said, I will not put myself in a box because I've had those opportunities.
But what about this?
What about?
Will you really consider him?
Yeah.
For a meager
100%, 100%, right. Because I do have something like this, which I'm actually very, very interested
So
about.
you belong to a very rich family, as I can see, because nothing sounds that you
Please
are
say
greedy.
that once more time so my family will feel very good.
No, yeah, you're not sounding greedy about the money that the proceeds that you get from the film industry or filmy career.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I wouldn't say greed, but I just want to be paid for what I bring to the table. That's it. It's fine. And honestly, like, for me, the opportunity is much more wow, because see, I only have so much time, and it's not about, oh, because an actress has that much time only. Now I have this time, I take every day as it comes. Every moment is very special for me.
Yes.
So I live every moment. So now I'm living this moment where I'm getting these films, I'll live through this, then eventually I also have to accept that with grace I have to age. And then whatever comes with that age, I will do it with 100%.
Okay. So you will continue in every age group.
Every age, yeah. Like I said, till the time I don't die, I will do. If I have to do a mother role, I will do.
Mother,
if I have to
grandmother.
Grandmother, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely will, 100%.
Okay.
And I feel like if me coming as an person who's an outcomer, who doesn't have any background, who was fresh, who was new, if I got the opportunity,
You
why
don't
not
have any
give
background there?
No, sir.
Nobody into the film industry
No,
before
sir,
you?
no.
Okay.
So for me to get opportunity, I know what it feels like to be a newcomer and not get that right space.
Okay.
So if I could be capable of offering that right space to somebody, why wouldn't I? I always believe in this working ethic that a tree will only grow as far as the branches. So I never see my growth, I see an entirety of growth. That with me, I hope people can grow.
Okay.
So it's like that for me.
Very good. But in Bollywood and more so in Bombay, in the northern belt, people very, they believe in Kundali and astrology points and they believe so much. है ना?
Yes, sir.
है ना? देखा है तुम्हारा कुंडली?
नहीं
किसी को?
मैंने किसी को नहीं दिखाया
Not.
शादी के लिए भी नहीं दिखाया और काम के लिए भी नहीं दिखाया I think no.
Okay, which sign you belong to?
Leo.
Leo. Good, however.
I joke a lot.
No. Yeah, it's very nice to talk to you because you're a gullible girl and with an open mind.
Yes, sir.
And
Definitely.
not with a restricted tongue, and you are with a fair heart, and you are able to express all that what you want to really.
Yeah.
Irrespective of what others think about it
Yeah.
or how others react to that.
Yeah.
You are very natural, genuine.
I can only be, when I be something else, I feel very fake as a person. I feel like I'm not being real. This is who I am. And, there is this, like I said, preconceived notion of how an actress should be. We are also humans. You should be able to relate to me instead of wanting to be me. I want people to look at me and want to be themselves more than try to be me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I understand.
So that's why I am myself and I tell everybody this.
But are you conscious of the social media around you when you're talking something?
I'm
may take
conscious of I think being a little more rowdy. I can be like a little more laid back in terms obviously we are very different when cameras are on and when you're just in your chill space and with your friends, and I don't think there is a lot of difference because I try to be myself 100%. I don't think you can think that I'm trying to be something, Like I said, there is always a preconceived notion for an actress to always be very calm and composed. But why? What if that girl is not calm and composed?
You can also speak your hearts out.
Yeah, you can be an hyper person.
Hyper person.
But also know how to channelize it as a person. I can make jokes with you. Why cannot, why did the hero, why? Why do all of this? I feel like why can't people just be themselves?
Another important thing, very strange thing of the girls of this generation,
Yes, sir.
they're very hardworking, very education oriented on one side,
Yeah.
and the other side, the girls are more prone to love affairs and they're more engaged into all kinds of relations with the students, co-students, and everything in the school, colleges, universities. You don't belong to that category, bracket?
which of having affairs with students.
Your friends,
Colleagues, you mean?
in the sense.
Okay, okay. I think again
Because
that is
being a student, you don't get a State Bank of officer to fall in love with. You will have to naturally fall in love with your co-student.
No, I think to each to their own. Obviously, teachers should not fall in love with students for sure.
Yeah, is it not happening or what?
I don't know. I think
So you're a poor paper reader, newspaper reader.
100%.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not read the newspaper. I do not want to read the newspaper.
Why?
It's far more too negative for me.
Okay.
I just, because I'm just in general like a little empathetic, so I feel too bad. Like if I see something which has gone horribly wrong, it troubles me. So just in a way of protecting my energy, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Ignorance is bliss.
Okay.
Because it troubles me very deeply. Like
When you read a negative news item, you will get.
yeah, I'm not saying it'll go on for days or anything, but it's just something I don't want to read about. You know, all these negative things that this is bombed. What is happening? We all know. I know these things, but I try to refrain from knowing too much or reading too much into about it. I also have a very spiritual take on it, like, you know, what goes around comes around.
That sounded in all your words that you spoke, because all people are distinct by themselves and different from each other.
Exactly.
All that belongs to the chapter of philosophy.
Yeah. Plus, also it's also I feel like a lot of people are going through karams, like you know your karmas.
You are a God believer?
100%.
Okay. Whom do you believe really more?
In sense?
Which God?
All gods.
All gods.
I can't. Sometimes I feel so guilty that I take all gods' names. You know, sometimes you're like, you'll pray to one God. As a child, I used to do this a lot. I used to feel so guilty. If I used to say Om Namah Shivaya, then I had to say every god's name and goddess's name, because I said, what if they felt bad? I didn't take their name or I didn't pray to them. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
And I had to necessarily start with Ganesh Bappa, because everybody said that before you start a puja, you have to do Ganesh Aarti. So I has to be like, okay, so main god is Ganeshji, and then after that.
But of course, that moment of Ganesh also is more prevalent in northern belt. Of course, it is in south also.
No, I don't think so. But you know, just because it is said like that in our Vedas, it is said that before every puja, the first puja that we do is of Ganeshji.
Yes, exactly.
Like that is something in the scriptures. So that's why I thought, oh, Ganeshji is very important.
So your family is a conventional family.
Yes.
Your family is a conventional
Yes, sir.
family.
Yes, sir.
Who believe in traditions, God.
I'm not a very religious person, because I've explored a lot of religions in my childhood as well. Like, because I was so inquisitive. I'm very curious as a person. So, and my curiosity only gets satisfied when I experience that specific person or specific situation or thing. So, I wanted to know what is Christianity. I wanted to know what is Islam. So, I read the Quran. I read the Bible. I read the Bhagavad Gita.
You read Bhagavad Gita?
Like basically, I know a lot about it, and also my Guruji, he reads the Bhagavad Gita in his own way to us. So then I was always like into God and everything, but I became spiritual only after I met Guruji. And I don't think I was never a religious specific person, you know. I think all religions in one way or another say the same thing. So
You are speaking so higher than your age and maturity. Something very nice to listen to you. And we wish our iDream channel wishes you all the very best. And your Ganapati Bappa blesses you to a greater success with Eagle.
Thank you, sir.
Becomes a landmark in your career.
Let's hope. I'm praying for this eagle to fly to success.
Fly to success. And we wish that you should stride towards greater paths of success.
And come soon for another interview with you, because I had a lovely chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's very enriching also.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
This is what this Kavya Thapar, the girl, is an encapsulation of lot many things. It is not just about her tinsel career, but you can check with her. She has a lot of content and metal with her in her bag, and she can open up anything whenever it is needed. And let us wish her a big hand of applause, and let us wish her the best. Thank you, and watch. This is your Nagendra Kumar watch the interview and enjoy.